Welcome to Coffee with the Supervisor. My special guest today is Jenny Luca. Her and her organization do a world of good for our community and particularly for our furry friends. So Jenny, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Give the listeners the name of your organization.
Our organization is called TNR Task Force.
TNR Task Force. TNR. Trap and release?
So we use the word trap, neuter, return.
Trap, neuter, and return.
Yes.
Okay. So let us know what your organization is involved in.
So we have a contract in the Town of Brookhaven, as
Yes.
you know, and we spay and neuter feral cats throughout the Town of Brookhaven.
Tell me about a feral cat. A feral cat is not a housebound cat.
No, a feral cat is a cat that was born outside, and the only thing that it really knows is its environment. So most feral cats that are born outside, there's usually more than one, and it's usually a colony of them.
And they live outside in all weather conditions, which has to be very hard on the animal.
Yes, it is. The thing that's good, though, is most colonies have caretakers. They feed them, they give them shelter, and they give them a space to go to stay warm. It's not ideal. It's not the life we want for a cat, but it's the best thing that can be offered to them.
So these are cats that really can't be housebroken, in the sense they cannot be true pets because they're so used to living outside.
It's hard to say. For the most part, yes.
But there's an occasion where you can break through to an animal and somehow you could turn them into a pet, but we don't have that opportunity. But one thing that feral cats seem to do with some regularity is reproduce.
Yes, rapidly.
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 Okay. So we're talking about cats that reproduce, who are feral cats, that if you're a pet lover, you have got to be concerned that these animals are exposed. They don't have a regular food source in some cases. They're exposed to all the elements, rain, snow, whatever, sleet. They don't have a regular shelter. It's a difficult life. And your organization tries to explain a little bit about what you do.
So we have volunteers that go out and trap feral cats. We get them.
How do you trap them? Within a cage, and
Yeah.
you have a little food or something
Yeah.
to entice them?
So basically how the process works is, so we find someone that's feeding the cats. Prior to us doing the trapping, we come up with a plan. And usually the plan starts with, all right, we're going to come on this day, and we're going to ask you to withhold food, and then we're going to set our traps. We usually use something sticky like rotisserie chicken or tuna or something like that. And then we start trapping. Normally the way that we like to do it is we like to go in and get every cat so that it's easier, because it gets harder once you start returning cats that are already spayed and neutered to get the ones that aren't spayed and neutered. So we like to go in and get everybody at once, get it done, return them, and then that colony is done.
And by spayed and neuter, you deal with a veterinarian that would eliminate any reproductive organs.
Yeah, we work with a few of the local low-cost veterinarians. There are not enough veterinarians doing feral cats. And
so, hey, let's make a plea. If you're a veterinarian and you want to do a public service, one of the things that you could do is volunteer to do, not for free, but low-cost spay and neuter for cats, obviously for dogs, but you work mostly or exclusively with cats.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would help reduce the surplus population and not expose them to overpopulation and some of the problems, not enough food, not enough shelter, etc.
Yep, that's the biggest need, honestly, is veterinarians. We do not have enough veterinarians that are helping with feral cats, and that is the greatest need on Long Island.
So if I'm a veterinarian and I'm listening to the show and I want to help out and I want to reduce the population of feral cats, who would I call?
You could start by calling me.
Okay, so, and the number they should call?
Is 516-317-0129.
Say that one more time.
Okay, it's 516-317-0129.
So if you're a veterinarian and you're concerned about the welfare of animals, what better way than participate in a spay and neuter program, a low cost. So you'll get paid. You won't get paid maybe as much as in a private practice, but you'll get paid.
Yeah.
And helping us reduce the surplus population. Do we have a surplus population of feral cats?
Yes.
Absolutely.
We have cats on every single block on Long Island.
Wow.
And it is incredible. I mean, I've been doing this for 13 years. It is insane that we can't get ahead. And it's mainly because we don't have enough veterinarians helping us with the feral cat problem.
So if you're a veterinarian, you can give Jenny a call. We do provide money for this. And I believe the town provides money for this. And we have a contract with Jenny's organization to help reduce the feral cat population. And vets can help tremendously by providing low-cost service. It doesn't have to be every day. It could be one day a week or one day a month even. But it would help because we don't have enough veterinarians participating.
Yes. Yes, that would be huge.
So tell us about the TNR Task Force that you're on and you head.
So we, aside from doing feral cats, we also do adoptions. So if we come into a colony and we find friendly cats or kittens, we take them in, we have fosters, and then we put them up for adoption. We have a adoption center at PetSmart in Lake Grove,
Right.
or Nesconset technically. And we've been very successful. All the people in our team are all volunteers.
Right.
No one gets paid.
So you do this because one, because you love animals, and two, because you see an absolute need and you want a better life for these animals. And if they keep on reproducing at a rapid rate, that's not possible.
Yeah, our goal as an organization is to really do population control. That's important. I mean, we don't need all of these cats
without homes
or
people to care for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an easy life. It's a hard life for them. We find a lot of animals that are extremely injured. We have a cat right now that has a mass bulging out of its ear. We have cats that get abscesses that burst and their wounds are like this big on their neck. I mean, it's fighting, it's all that kind of stuff.
When you take these animals in and you find an injured animal, how do you deal with it?
Usually when they're injured, we have to hold them. So they get held in a cage and we hold on to them and we care for them in the cage until they have to go back to the vet and get rechecked. If there's sutures, they have to get their sutures removed or they have to get another antibiotic. So sometimes we are holding 3-4 cats.
And who pays for this medical service?
Our organization through donations.
Okay, great. Well, you should have a conversation with me because I know right now the Town of Brookhaven supports your organization, funds your organization, because it's all volunteers and the funding is going to reducing the feral cat population. But you should make a plea for some additional medical expenses so when you take in a wounded cat that the town helps cover some of that expense, because I'd be happy to do that. I'm an animal lover like most people are, and you want to see the best for the animals. Someone once said that you judge humans on the way they treat their animals, and I think that's very true.
Very true.
And I see people, I have 2 dogs, I walk they're little dogs, thank God. And I walk them every day, and these are dogs that give you absolute love all the time. They're so happy to see you. One of them barks like crazy if I ever leave the house, doesn't want to see me leave. These animals are our friends, and we should try to care for them.
Rumor has it you feed them very well.
I do.
I heard a little tidbit.
Yeah, and a few other animals that visit my property.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you care for animals, and I can see that care in what you're describing in your organization. Again, this is a volunteer organization that doesn't do this because they're getting paid, because they do it because they love animals. They want a better outcome for these feral cats that unfortunately there's not enough homes for them, and they're living out in the wild, and they become a little wild, but that doesn't mean they don't get hungry, it doesn't mean they don't get thirsty, it doesn't mean they don't have medical needs, particularly if they wind up with fights with other cats.
Yeah.
So, I mean, your organization is doing a great thing.
Thank you.
Now, if someone wanted to, you're a not-for-profit, right?
Mm-hmm.
A 501c3.
Yes.
If someone wanted to donate to your organization, tell us what they would do.
There's a few ways. You could always like donate supplies like food or wee pads, which we always go throughout our clinics. You could supply bowls. You could do monetary donations.
So supply food, cat food, dishes
Yep.
to eat, wee pad for cats that can't go outside because they're getting medical treatment.
Yeah.
And particularly when you do a spay or neuter, how long do you have to hold the cat after the vet spays or neuters the cat?
So males, 24 to 48 hours after surgery, they can go back out.
They recover quicker?
Yeah, you boys have it very easy.
I know.
Girls, the girl cats, it's usually 3 to 5 days.
That's an internal organ that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little bit longer. It's a little bit more invasive of a surgery.
Right.
So when we're holding them, they are either staying in cages or traps. So you have to change the wee pad.
They
You have
must
to-
be very, very scared when they're there.
Yeah, they are. They are. They're very scared.
But
I always
it's a
say,
greater good that you're doing.
Yeah, and I always say, like, this is probably their first and their last time that they're ever going to see a veterinarian.
Right.
You know, and if you can imagine yourself never seeing a doctor again after one time, that's, you know, unheard of for a human being.
I went a couple months without seeing the dentist. I saw the dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm scared to sit in the chair.
Yeah.
Please don't find too many things wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is, as much as it's scary for them for a couple days, it's life-changing.
It's important, and it also will help reduce the feral cat population, which is a problem because anyone that cares for animals wants to see animals treated better than our feral cats.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. And
So they can donate food, they can donate dishes, they can donate wee pad. Suppose they just want to write a cash donation. What could they do?
they could write a check.
And who would that check be payable to?
TNR Task Force.
TNR Task Force, which is a task force of the town,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? In contract with the town.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate task force.
Yeah.
TNR Task Force, and where would they send the check?
They could mail it
To?
to my address,
Which
I could give you.
Yes.
It's 129 Avenue D, and that's in Ronkonkoma, New York, 11779.
Okay.
You can also go on our website. So if you go to our website at www.tnrtaskforce.org, we have a donate tab, which actually gives you like our Amazon wish list. It gives you our Chewy wish list, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And there's also a link there like for Zelle. You can send money through Zelle if you wanted to make a donation that way, or PayPal or anything like that.
Great. So there's a lot of ways that people can help feral cats.
Yeah.
And,
One of the biggest things I would say, and I've been saying this for years, I think everybody needs to get proactive in their own backyards. We are never going to get ahead of this just by being volunteers.
No, you don't have enough of them.
Yeah.
Brookhaven's geographically the largest town in the state.
Yeah.
Has 500,000 people. You can only imagine how many feral cats that they have.
Yes. Yes. And it's important that people just start getting proactive, because even across all of Long Island, we will never get ahead of it if it's just volunteers.
Right.
So if people really want to make a difference, I would say the best thing that you could do is get active, start trapping, do what you can. Even if it's one cat, you make a difference in one cat's life. It's life-changing.
And they can, if someone wanted to volunteer, same thing, go to your website and it will show you how to volunteer.
Yes.
And you'll provide some basic training on
Yes.
trap and
Trap, neuter, return.
trap, neuter, return.
And very soon we're going to be offering a class in the town of Brookhaven
Great.
on how to do that. And
Could you let our team here know in the town, because we'd love to do a little special notice on Channel 18 and our social media so people, when you have this class, could attend.
that'd be awesome. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
We are putting together a flyer now, and as soon as that's done, then we're going to kind of send it out. The goal will be to do one at the animal shelter, because that's a great place to have
Right.
a class for animals.
And we do take cats and dogs at the animal shelter.
Yes.
We used to take all types of animals, but we're really not equipped to do that. So we just restrict ourselves to cats and dogs at this point.
Yes.
Not hamsters, not rabbits, not goats. Believe me, we've had a lot of people drop, and we don't have the facilities for all of that.
Yeah, and that would be difficult to do.
Right.
Although I would love to see a goat at the animal shelter.
Well, you know what? We have an ecology site where we have kind
Yes.
of like a mini zoo where we take wounded animals in. We have an eagle there. We have sheep there. We have
I've been. I saw. What was there? Was there a
buffalo there.
Maybe there was a fox at while
We have
ago.
a fox. We
Yeah.
have all those things that you don't want to put in an animal shelter for a variety of different reasons.
Yeah.
But thank you what you do. Thank you very much. And we're looking for great things from TNR, things that you've done over the years, each year, to help our furry friends. So, Jenny, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you
Right.
very much for having me.
Well, thank you.
You have a good day.
Thank you.